Working very hard to develop something called the National Framework for Social Facilitation. That it's not what you think or what someone else thinks is how communities should be engaged. There's one system that must be applied equally to all public projects that are done, so that all communities are involved. That it's not a community down the road that is involved in a community that is involved in a project in your ward. If we want our communities to protect those projects and look after them, then it's the communities themselves that must be involved in those projects. And so I hope to shortly be taking that facilitation framework to Cabinet so that we have a national policy of how all projects should be dealt with. And we don't start talking to communities 1 week or 2 weeks before the project starts, but we start 6 months in advance. So we don't try and rush through things or bully people into accepting how something should be done. We also must stop the gatekeeping of saying only for those companies but not for those companies. And the department has a responsibility that where companies do not make the grade or aren't equipped, that they must be mentored and must be helped so that we make sure that small and medium-sized businesses are able to partake in the intended and not be excluded because they do not have the required qualifications to do so. Let me say that, it strikes me that when we build a new project, or when the Department of Human Settlements, as an example, builds something, that there's no entire pipeline that is looked at. So we build houses with no roads, or we build a clinic with no community, or we build a school with no toilets. And we've got to become better at how we look at the entire value chain of infrastructure.